June 21st, the longest day of the year. And man, you ain't got to tell me about long days because I spend all day long out here. Happy Father's Day to all the pumpkin dads out there. And happy Father's Day to the 2731 and a half stilts. Little Father's Day pollination first thing this morning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, we'll start off right there. The 2144 and a half Don Barron pollinated first thing this morning with the 2731 stilts. Thanks to Jason Bragg, the pumpkin pirate, for bringing me some pollen from that plant yesterday. Overall, I mean, the plant's coming along. You know, this grew really long in the beginning, and now it's finally starting to put on some secondary growth. Secondary lagged way behind. I'm 20 secondaries ahead of the fruit here. 2 of those secondaries look like they might have fizzled out, so keep an eye on those. This is going to be the one, I hope. I've already taken off all of my controllers for temperature, for the fans and heating cables and all that. They're gone out of all 4 growing locations so that I can run some more electricity way down here for more fans and can fans and scales and all kinds of gadgets. Alright, there's those same daggone weeds from the last video, and that's kind of intentional. We got hammered with rain twice in the last week, and I'm just kind of letting things dry up a little bit so I can pull it out. And I'm right where I want to be. This evening, a couple of things are going to happen after I make a video. I'm going to work on this a little bit. I'm going to go down to the 2449 Wolf and get caught up burying in vines down there. And all these plants are due bifrin contact bug treatment this evening. And we'll do that probably here about an hour. I want that sun to go completely away before I do that. We're expecting some rain tomorrow. They're calling for a heavy storm. That's going to be hit or miss. It's either going to do it or it's not. I'm kind of preparing for it. But I can't skip my bug treatment because I do have a little bit of bug activity. And I'm pretty sure that's bug activity. I know I burned up these leaves, and I've been really good about the imidacloprid and treating the leaves with contact bifrin every 4 days. So I'm not really understanding why I'm getting some bug activity on these plants. There's a little bit right there. I know that's bugs. That's not sunburn. Alright, since we're right here at the 2618 Minute, he's still my biggest plant as far as foliage is concerned and vine growth. We did talk the other day about breaking off the main, and that's where I'm running the new main at. I do have a female in the tip there, so I'm going to be way ahead of where I thought I was going to be. I thought I was going to be way out there a couple of weeks from now, but I'm going to be way ahead of that. And now I got to figure out a little bit of a different plan because I don't want to set fruit right here, but I think it's going to be a couple nodes up, put me right around the end of that walkboard there somewhere. I think I'm going to straighten this out and run it on up on the fabric and then give it a good turn. Haven't quite decided that yet. We'll see. Pretty much got all of this plant buried in. This is the one that's getting all the leaf burn on it, and this growth all here looks pretty good. No new burn. I've been putting that over top of it right here every day and shading down both sides kind of like that. I got several pole contraptions that I've been putting up and taking down every day. I'm probably going to leave the sides off of it tomorrow because the big storm comes through and I don't want it to blow it down, fall on vines, break leaves. And this is definitely not going to go on tomorrow because this is hangs really low. I'll hook it up here and on top of this fence and I stretch it really tight so it's got good space between it and the leaves, but a heavy storm is going to weigh it down and it's going to sag right, and it'll be sitting on top of that table, so I don't want to do that. This is what I was talking about last week's video. Potato fork ahead, and I've already broken this up I basically see just put it in there and turn the soil up ahead of the secondaries. And then inoculate. I got Azos in here, some Extreme Garden and Micos. I'm only using those two on the main vine because that's all I have left, and I'm not buying any more this season. Too expensive. And Wallace Organic Wonder Mica. I'm putting this in front of all the secondaries, and I just took an old Parmesan cheese shaker and cleaned it out, filled it full of micas, put it all in there, and just give it a little stir with my hand. What that looks like in the end, on the back end of 2618 Mendy, near the entrance door over here. Turn back. Those first two secondaries kind of fizzled out on me, didn't do a whole lot. One already terminated right there. I'm gonna run that one up here, terminated. Got a couple of tertiaries that are coming off the third secondary, and I don't mind growing tertiaries as long as they're controlled and doing what I want them to do. I just don't like them to get out of control or run amok all over the place. So these two tertiaries will come down here and fill in. I got another tertiary right there. It'll sweep back here, and then that secondary there will follow this walkboard down, take up that walkboard space, and everything's going to come right down to here, and that'll be the back end filled in. And so the 1511 haul over the creek patch, pushing right around 21 feet right now, 22 secondaries at the tip. I do have a fruit right here that's going to probably be open day after tomorrow. Might be tomorrow. I'm going to come check it again this evening and bag it up. I am going to pollinate that, but you can see I've already buried in the node. I'm not planning on keeping that fruit, but I'm definitely going to pollinate it. Because, you know, it's that time of year. There is a fruit in the growing trip. It's going to be about 23 to 24 secondaries out, and that's the one I'm planning on going with. And I'm trying to be patient on this. I'm in no hurry for it, so I'm going to pollinate that just because, again, it's that time of the year, and that'll be the one that I'm planning to go with. I had to pile up the hay on this side of the table to keep the sun off the growing tip. You can see you got a little bit of sunburn right here, and getting sunburn on this side of the plant, and kind of struggling with shade. I'm trying to get to it, put some shade right up here on this side. That's what this pole's here for. I'm going to use it to help me build some shade. Outside of that, a little bit of bug activity, not a whole lot. It is due a bug treatment this evening. When this blazing sun goes down over the mountain and it cools off a little bit, I'm going to give it a good bug treatment, and hopefully that'll kill off some bugs before the rain comes tomorrow that's supposed to be coming. But really, I don't not much else to say about it. Lots of cutting holes and burying in vines. You know, I said a couple weeks ago that this was low maintenance or an easy grow or something. I don't remember how I worded it, but it's getting a little tougher now because I'm coming out every other day and starting back there and cutting holes all the way down. Then I go over there and cut holes all the way down and get caught up. I'm trying to stay 2 nodes out, and it's going to be time to cut some more holes tomorrow. So all in all, pleased. I'll be glad when they get all this filled in and don't have to cut holes in anymore. I'm kind of wrapping those secondaries back around this way. I'm going to let them run all the way down and fill all this in. So 2449 Wolf, and that's, as soon as I stop making this video, I'm gonna get in here and get caught up burying these secondaries. This is another plant that was secondary challenged. They just didn't come out. Plant got really long, secondaries didn't come out, and I was 5 nodes in before secondary ever even showed up to start with. And then late in the game, a couple secondaries grew on those earlier nodes. This one right here is off the second node, and it looks pretty good. It's pretty strong. I'm going to run it around here and turn it and take off that way with it, as I am this one and that one and that one. I got like 16 secondaries right now. I do have a little fruit right here, it's probably 4 to 5 days from opening. I am going to pollinate it, but that's not quite what I want. I need some more plant, and need to get it on down in here, get some more secondaries behind it. I am going to pollinate that because it's June 21st, y'all, and we'll see what happens after that. A quick look at the 2649 Ford, and you know, it did kind of like what the 2144 and a half Rotoball did last year. I stood over it talking about culling it and getting rid of it, and then that plant turned around and started doing amazing stuff. And that's kind of what happens with this new main vine out there. In the last few days, it's trucked on out there and started to throw out some new tertiary, which will be new secondary growth. So I need to cut some holes up there and get that thing buried in, and then make some decisions. Am I going to run with the plan up over there like I talked about the other day, or am I going to go with this one? I don't know the answer to that yet. There's only 5 secondaries behind that. Secondary growth didn't happen at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's 5 over there. You can't see it from here. A couple of really nice ones and a couple are just okay ones. So still a lot to be determined on this plant. It's going to be a July pollination for sure, and I mean, it's going to be what it's going to be. I'm just going to keep growing it and keep giving it a shot, and keep trying to keep from burning it up and letting the bugs eat it, and see what kind of fruit it comes. No new main vine breaks this week, which is a good thing. Pollinated this week, which is a good thing. I just got to keep working these plants, keep getting them cleaned up, buried in, and get some follow-up pollinations going on, and off to the races. Right, there's all 4 plants in one shot. It's not going to be very long from now that I'm not going to be able to get all 4 in one shot, just like last year when I flew my drone up in the air and I couldn't get all 4 of them in a decent shot up in the air without going way up there where the drone looked like a little tiny ant, which is good. That's what I want, and we'll be there soon, so keep following along, and we'll see you next time.